I'm Camille.
I'm Anita.
And we're the Soul Sisters. Today we're going to talk about carpet tape versus glue.
Glue.
And which one should you choose?
I've been around a long time. I've seen a lot of different stuff used, and there's many different types of glue, and some are better than others, but I really would like to focus talking more on tape over glue, because glue will ruin a suit. It'll rip off your skin. Yes, it'll hold, but if your suit doesn't fit if your suit fits that poorly,
it's not going to perform a miracle.
Right. So our big push is like we like the tape. We use carpet tape. We are going to be working on developing our own tape as well, so easier to ship and reuse. But carpet tape, that can be purchased at a Target or any type of Menards or something.
And we want to use a little bit more industrial tape, like a carpet tape, as opposed to more of those like tapes that are designed specifically for keeping clothes in place on maybe like a night out clubbing or some of that other fabric tape, because that tape is designed to use on your bare skin and not when you're covered in show tan and oil. So you're going to want something with a little bit better hold for show day as opposed to the more traditional apparel tape.
Right. In those suits, they're fighting against the elements with a figure suit, so sometimes they need that extra hold of tape just to make sure. And again, it's a lot to do with your oil and your tan that's going to mess with the tape. Same for the glue. But a lot of times I've seen a lot of women who don't need tape or glue on their suits, and they're absolutely fine. So if your suit is fitting well and it's not moving, just because everyone else is taping and gluing doesn't mean you have to. Generally, you're going to see tape just on the rear end portion, so on your butt, in a couple spots on your butt, one or two, maybe a little bit lower and a little bit on top. I've seen people kind of go over the top with trying to tape things or glue things down with their boobs and their this and that and the other thing. But a lot of times with your posing, you're transitioning, you're twisting, you're turning, you're doing all of this. Anything you glue while you're standing there is going to tear off or move off.
And it definitely can backfire, and you'll see it when you get back your stage photos of a big white chunk right by your butt. Yep. And you don't want to be drawing that extra attention, especially right in there towards the bikini line. So don't let your taper glue perform a miracle for you. Let that suit lie where it's going to lie. Hopefully you have a well-fitting suit, and that you can just flip that tape over and stick it where it lies, so you're not having to stretch that fabric and then stick. Because I've seen when the girls start moving, they start going into their quarter turns with that heavy pelvis tilt, that your tape is going to get removed, and then you get left with a little white chunk, and it doesn't look nice, and you can't fix that because there's an extra product on top of your skin, and so the tanner people can't even repair that.
Once you get a big blotch like that, you can't get it fixed. And you definitely, some shows they offer people to glue, but I've seen them pull out the suit and ruin the shape of the suit just by pulling and stretching it too much. To leave that in the hands on a location that you can't really check yourself, again, not a good idea. And if you're taping your suit, you can practice beforehand by when you're doing a posing session in your suit. You could do a practice taping session because you just want it to lay nice and hike up the cheeks a little bit for bikinis, but lay very nice in that sweetheart shape, and that glue or that tape would help just lay right there. And it comes right out. So right before you wash it, you pull that tape out of your suit, or it might be stuck to your butt. Either way, pull this tape off, and your suit is gonna look like it hasn't been worn, hopefully.
And then you have the potential for a higher resale value. If you do choose to resell your suit, you can choose to work with us in our consignment program and relist your suit. We do prefer suits that haven't been used with glue, or very minimal. If it was, I know that that's where the industry was quite a few years ago, but we have evolved the more materials that we're coming across, and so we have transitioned to tape. And you can also purchase tape during your checkout process. So if you want us to put the tape in where it usually is best, we can pre-tape the suit for you, and then you'll just leave it in there. You can still put it on and off without having to remove that tape.
And then you just take that second layer off when you're ready to actually tape it that day. Or we could pre-tape it. You could use it for a practice run and just know where the tape needs to be and use your own tape if you're planning on using it. many times. We also, with tape, we can put it into the rental program. These suits look so much brighter and more brilliant and wonderful when there isn't glue involved. So we think that's a big positive thing if you're gonna try to make some money back from your suit.
So definitely do your research and find out what choice is going to be best for you. We recommend taping. You can use either 3M carpet tape or tape from us. Let us know if you have any more questions about that. Definitely reach out to me at info@shinebikini.com, and I would be happy to give you more information on what products to use, pros and cons, and all of that information as well. So we hope that this helps you shine on stage.
Shine on!
Be sure to check out our latest podcast at bit.ly/Soul Sisters Podcast.